Sophia, how the fuck are you?
Good. I'm glad to be here.
Happy to have you. Like, sorry about making you wait like 40 minutes while I smoked a cigar and was just a bad host and didn't get you a drink or anything.
No, it's okay. It was good conversation.
It was good conversation, but it was like edging conversation. It was just like,
I feel you. Yeah.
It was like, oh, that's good. Oh, we should say that for the podcast.
Yeah.
But like the whole conversation out there was just edging. It was just like, we can't talk about that. That's for the podcast.
Makes the podcast spicier. Or more spicy.
And now we're ready to podcast bust.
Yeah.
We're here. Just pow, we're pop. I think we'll start off with something that happened to me today because your initial reaction to it was like, oh really? So for my audience who is not religiously following my social media, what's wrong with you? Why are you not? But I feel like someone on a dating site may have had some ill will towards me today, may have had ill intent with their match. Basically what happened was I matched with this lady and she responds rather quickly and it's like, ask me what I'm here to do. And I, give some spiel about, wanting to meet new people, blah, 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 blah. I mean, obviously I just want to fuck too, but as a dude, you can't just say that to a woman on a dating site. Like, that is the number one way to scare people off.
Some girls want that, but I understand your position. It's a lot more difficult for guys.
It's a gamble. Like, you as women are inundated with every dude essentially being like, yeah, I'm here to fuck.
Yeah.
So what makes you stand out when you're like, yeah, I'm here to fuck? Gotta say something a little witty, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're on dating sites. We're all here to just fuck eventually. She comes back with like, yeah, I'm just here looking for some casual hookup, which does happen, but the way she was going about it, like, raised some red flags. Because she's like, what are you doing tonight? And it's just like, tonight? Like that? You want my penis that bad? This little sketch. And of course, we're doing this podcast tonight, so I can't go just fuck someone and be like, sorry, Sophia, canceling pussy calls.
I wouldn't blame you.
That'd be rude. It'd be really fucking rude. We set this up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this strange just, hit me up on Tinder and like, I'm going to go see what's up. I'm like, that really, really unprofessional of me. I'm unprofessional, but not that unprofessional. So, but it's just like, okay, this still could possibly be real. Then she asks, where I live, which is in my profile. So I'm like, yeah, I'm in Hollywood, because in LA, you don't want to be like, yo, you live in Santa Monica? Yeah, this is never happening. You live in another state, essentially. Yeah. I am not dating someone on the fucking West Side. Not happening. So, like, that's didn't really raise any red flags. But without responding to that I was busy tonight, or really that the whole where I live thing, the next question was, do you live alone? Not, do you have any kids, roommates? Do you live alone? This seems a little sus. And I pause for a moment and I respond with, why do you ask? And then I'm immediately unmatched.
She's pro. She's like, nope, this one's out of the pool.
So I feel like there would possibly some ill intent there. And when I bring this story up to Sophia, I wasn't even going to really talk about this on air. Your response kind of was like, oh, really? Did I play that wrong?
Yeah, I mean, some girls, like, they just want to fuck too, Sometimes you don't even want to, like, talk to the guy or get to know him. You just want to get the dick and be out. But it is a little suspicious that she was like, do you live alone? Not like, can you host or something?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the whole, like, you're not trying to meet up in a public place first? Or you're just trying to get murdered. Like,
sometimes I want to skip that. I don't even want to meet them in public. I just want to meet and fuck, like, even if it's in their car. Like,
how many times have you done that?
Only once.
Only once?
Yeah. I met a dude off Craigslist and I fucked him in his car in a parking lot in the middle of the night.
How'd this go down?
You remember when Craigslist used to have, like, personals?
Yes, sadly, because I did it once and was like, never again. Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly how. It's kind of nice because, like, you don't even need to talk to them or get to know them. Like, you both want the same thing, It kind of, like, eradicates all that Tinder confusion. It's a shame that it's shut down now.
I know. Fuck you, Fosta Sessa.
Yeah.
Fuck. But, I mean, the one time I did a Craigslist, connection, it was just like, ooh, this is not where I want to be. Like, she invited me over, like, no meet in public, invite me over. Probably was DTF. I was not. I was like, this is not where I want to be.
What, did she live in like a shady area?
Oh, no. I meant like Insider is not where I wanted to be.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, the dude, he actually drove out to my neighborhood and he wore a condom, so it was completely fine.
Yeah. Just like, okay, cool. Have a good life.
Yeah.
No, the person who invited me over was just not physically attractive to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. She was a nice enough lady, but especially for random hookup sex, like, I'm definitely not just trying to, fuck someone just to fuck at.
Yeah, it is a lot better when there's a little bit of a connection. Like,
If
that's how I felt after. It was like, all right, now what? Like,
Can you drop me off? Like,
yeah.
did he just kick you out of his car, or did he at least
I think we like talked for a couple minutes, and then I was like, all right, like, thank you, bye.
Thank you, have a good life.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was like 19 at the time.
So just a lot of crazy risky sex back in the day.
No, that was, well, he wore a condom. So
But I mean, meeting up with a stranger in their car.
True, yeah. I was so young, I didn't even consider like that he could just drive off with me or something.
Like, you work for me now.
Yeah.
I'm glad glad it didn't pan out like that. But
Yeah.
it's still like a pretty, you are not like a large person. Like,
Yeah.
you definitely could fit in a trunk.
He seemed just like a normal, like young dude, I guess, that could be overly trusting. I'm also not from LA, so I would not do that in LA. The amount of human trafficking here is a lot higher than where I'm from.
I'm sure it happens in New Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, Philadelphia is a major metropolitan area. New
Yeah.
York City's not that far away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sketchy cities in Jersey proper.
Yeah, totally. And I'm from like South Jersey near Camden, so.
With almost anything, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's just when that one time fucking happens, it's real fucking bad.
Yeah. I just was like, that one time's not going to happen to me. Yeah.
Knock on wood, fucking. But when we were talking about this, I was just like, wow. I don't feel like most women would have that mentality of just like, yeah, I don't know, I want to get some dick, and I'm willing to just be like, yeah, you can host, it's cool.
I get annoyed sometimes because some of these dudes like want to talk too much, and it's like, okay, like I'm not here for this.
Do you ever just tell them like, yo,
yeah,
take your pants off?
Yeah, I started being like, hey, do you want to just hook up? And like my profile is very clear that I'm not looking for like any kind of friendship or anything.
I don't even really want to know your name. I just want to know what you cook to call you in bed. That's it.
Yeah.
How are the dudes reacting to that?
Most of them are down, of course. If a girl's like throwing themselves at you, why wouldn't they say no?
I mean, there's some romantics out there like, no, I want to be wined and dined a little bit. I need some romance. I need to like, actually feel like you care about me.
Yeah.
There might be, I'm assuming there's dudes like that out there. I don't know many of them, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't go on Tinder looking for that. I feel like most people on Tinder aren't. I feel bad for the ones that are, honestly.
I mean, I'm on all those dating sites, but as I jokingly referred to it earlier today, like, where else am I going to window shop for people I'm never going to meet?
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, it is just a goddamn nightmare. It's like, oh, hey, you're attractive. Oh, you have literally nothing to say in your profile. And if I open up with, I think you're hot and want to fuck you, I am just relegated in most cases to every other dude who has just said, you're hot, I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, have something to fucking say in your profile.
Yeah. I do give a little like blurb about me. I'm not even using it right now. It's been so long since I used Tinder.
All those poor bastards swiping right. Like, why isn't she matched with me?
Yeah. It is a lot harder for dudes.
I think LA dating in the first place is a rough scene because there are always better options here. There's always someone richer and better looking, no matter who the fuck you are. You could be an A-list celebrity, and there is someone richer and better looking than you.
Yeah. But, they might not have, like, the personality that you match with, or they might just be a horrible person because they're rich. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
But that doesn't display on Tinder.
Yeah, totally. A lot of girls just don't care, too. Like,
well, yeah. If you can improve your life with your vagina, do it.
Amen.
Do it. There's zero shame in that. There should be no shame. Like,
I agree. I vouch for that.
And you're in a profession with upward mobility.
Yeah. I was like, why else am I in porn, you know?
What, you don't want to just have your artistic vision sent out to the world?
A little bit of that.
A little bit, but mostly the money.
Yeah.
Mostly for profit.
There's only so much art that can be made with porn. And
I don't know, but maybe there's more art that can be explored and just make weird psychedelic porn. I don't fucking know.
yeah.
What else have you been doing with yourself? I know you haven't been in LA all that long.
Yeah. I've been here since October. I'm mainly just like, I'm really outdoorsy. I go hiking a lot. I like to eat. I've been exploring the restaurants. Just had some really bomb dim sum, actually. One of my faves.
Where'd you go to?
Tasty Noodle House.
Don't know it.
Yeah, it's in Beverly Hills or like West LA. Yeah. I just started Attack on Titan too. It's an anime. It's really good.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, giant things with no skin, right?
Yeah, like and bare ass, and they're very strange. Like
Attack on Titan is one of the ones I kind of know.
yeah, it's one of the more popular ones. I mean, for a good reason. Like it's very good so far.
As I said when we were setting this up, I'm like, you're gonna have to school me on anime.
Yeah. You haven't seen anything?
Oh, my anime tastes are like super old school stuff, like Ninja Scroll and like Ghost in the Shell.
Those are great.
Akira.
Yeah, that's all great anime.
But it's showing my age, and they'd be like, hey, what movies are you into? Well, I'm into The French Connection. Like, just all classic shit. Like, have you watched anything in the last 20 years, Matt? Nope.
That era of anime, like the 90s and early 2000s, is one of the best. Like, everything is cinematic. Now it's just kind of like hashing out the same themes over and over again. Like, every so often, something really good will come out that's like, you know, it's like you're watching an animated actual film, but for the most part, it's garbage.
So maybe I am better off just, with the old school stuff.
Yeah, like Cowboy Bebop, a great one. Ava.
I mean, I guiltily have watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that's a classic.
The most anticlimactic show on the just ever. Like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, like, why is it taking a whole season for Goku to arrive on Namek? Why?
Yeah, the power up thing is like, it's infuriating. They actually have Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is more true to like the manga. So the pacing is a lot better. They cut out all that filler and like dragging it on and on, you know?
Like, we don't need to fill fucking 3 episodes with, or 3 fucking seasons of like the Namek saga.
It's
like,
infuriating.
Like, I had no idea because I got introduced to Dragon Ball Z in the 90s, like on Toonami.
Yeah.
I had no idea that show started in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, it'd been going on, like, and what was playing on Toonami was like the first couple of fucking seasons of Dragon Ball Z from like 86.
It was like the first shonen. Like every shonen that's out today, like Naruto, One Piece draws from Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, most manga authors say that the Dragon Ball Z author is like one of their inspirations.
It makes sense. It's been going on for fucking ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there is some Dragon Ball with some letter behind it at this point still going on new.
Yeah, they come out with movies all the time still, which I haven't seen a lot of them, but
Not a one. And the last like Dragon Ball property I got involved with was their fighting game.
oh yeah, they're good. They have a lot of good fighting games.
See, I missed the one. Was it on? I want to say one of the PlayStations that me and my friends used to play the fuck out of, and it was silly because you could custom, like, you basically picked your fighter, but you could customize them with different powers and stuff like that. And it was just like, oh, if you figured out how to min-max this well, you could just wreck people.
Yeah.
Where Dragon Ball Fighter Z is a much more traditional fighter.
Yeah.
So it's still fun. I'm not very good at it, but I'm...
Yeah, but it's still fun. It's fun to play with people, too. That's one of the best part about fighting games.
Unless they school you constantly, then it's a little demoralizing. Like,
yeah, that's why I don't like playing with people that think they're, like, pro.
like, someone breaks out a pro stick, you're like, nah, fuck this.
Yeah, people that come to, like, the function with their little, like, joystick. I forget what it's called.
The
it's
fight,
like
the fightcade, or the fight button. Bleh. I can talk for a living, I promise.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah, the
I'm
fight
not
stick.
that serious about it.
I somehow fell down the YouTube rabbit hole a couple days ago about the differences between the regional, like, arcade sticks and, like, the difference between a Japanese, Korean, or US fight stick. Like,
oh, wow.
I had no idea. I had no idea there was this many differences. Like,
yeah.
oh, traditionally Japanese fight sticks have a lighter touch, so they're more precision. And then traditionally U.S. sticks, like, you beat the fuck out of because we're fucking ignorant Americans.
That's really funny. We're like apes.
Yeah, just, as I bang the mic. It was just wild. It's like, oh yeah, the traditional ones have U.S. buttons are concave, and the stick has, you have to give it much more force than a Japanese stick. Where Japanese sticks are, you just a light flick of the wrist to do moves. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, fighting games have a huge community. They have like whole conventions just for fighting.
Do you ever watch Evo or any of that shit?
No, but I've heard of it, obviously. Because it's just so popular, like in the anime, like nerd community. Like everybody on Discord is always talking about Evo or like whatever fighting game they're playing, Melty Blood. Whereas I just play it casually, like for fun.
You filthy casual.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a point where like, I feel like I could have been a contender, but no, I'm just delusional.
Yeah, I had that with Super Smash Brothers. I was like really into it for a period of my life, but
were you playing Melee, Brawl?
I started with Brawl. Obviously played Melee because it's like people religiously love Melee. And now Ultimate. But Ultimate kind of killed it for me. I just don't like it. And plus they nerfed my favorite character, which is Zero Suit Samus. So
why would those bastards do that?
Because she was pretty OP in Brawl, honestly. Her mobility was so good.
Well, you got to have top tiers.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I've been led to believe that you love some Super Metroid.
I do. Yes, my favorite video game.
Is that an instance Super Nintendo title? Or?
Yeah.
It seems like before your time. How'd you find that?
When I was a kid, I got super into Metroid because I played like the Metroid Prime trilogy, and then I just started playing all of the Metroid games. And Super Metroid is like the classic.
Metroid, like the fact that like they had like that open world-esque map, like even back on the original Nintendo, like how?
Yeah, and it's all about exploration. And then in like Super Metroid, you don't even get a map, so you just kind of have to remember like, oh, I want to go here and check this out, or like, oh, I didn't explore that place. So it adds a little challenge.
I'm certain like fucking kids in the 90s were like drawing out their own fucking maps and shit. Because the thing that you have no internet to reference in those days. That's just a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
Let alone like any puzzles, jumps, bosses, whatever.
Yeah.
Just.
Especially like to 100% it.
Have you?
Yeah. I'm a completionist.
I see. That is fucking wild that you were 100% that fucking game of all things. Like that. Did you ever get into like any other of those types of games, like
Castlevania?
Yeah, like Symphony of the Night.
No, just Metroid.
Not into the themes of Castlevania, or
I've never played it. I don't know. I'm more into sci-fi than I am like the like fantasy content. So I guess that's why I preferred Metroid, and also the female protagonist. So like the hot female protagonist.
Did you go in knowing Samus was a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm old enough that like that was a shocking reveal.
Yeah.
Like Samus is a girl?
Yeah.
What?
An iconic moment.
What? But my hours pretending that I'm Samus. No. Oh no.
That was probably crushing to some little boys. Like.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's great.
I'm also sure there's some little boys like, it's a girl. Oh!
That was like the start of his sexual journey. That's really funny.
To this day, like some e-girl dressed up as Samus, he's just like,
that's his fetish.
Yeah. And I'm not here to kink shame you, bro. Whatever makes you happy. Spend that money on that e-girl.
Amen.
Cheers to that. Spending money on e-girls.
Hell yeah. Hey, if you have the extra money, it's better that than like gambling or, drugs or something. Like
I don't know. It depends on the drug.
True, yeah.
Well, marijuana's technically still a drug.
Yeah, that's true.
Mean, this is what we're...
Well, in today's society, you have money for marijuana and e-girls.
It's true. Hell, marijuana's fucking expensive these days, so...
Yeah.
Probably more expensive than e-girls.
Yeah, totally.
I don't really partake in either, so damn.
I mainly do like dab pens. So the cartridge is like $60 and it lasts me like about a half a month to a month. So it's not too bad.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're not just out here fucking just being a fucking chimney.
Yeah, because like I can't really, I'm not a functioning weed smoker. So like if I'm going to work or something, if I'm on a set, I don't smoke at all. It's mainly reserved for like at home chilling or like working out. Or
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, most productions these days should be doing their entrance interviews, be like, hey, did you show up to set sober?
yeah, exactly. I know there's a lot of people that like smoke and they're fine, but me personally, I can't. I've tried to smoke before a scene and did not work out well. Just got totally stupid. Couldn't remember any of my lines. Easy stuff too. It was like a simple like boy girl like just hanging out kind of scene, something that shouldn't be too difficult.
Sophia tried to lay a trap for me, folks. Before we did the show, I just picked up some flour. Do you smoke? I'm like, no. But if I had said yes, this would be a completely different podcast. So, well, hello. Me and THC just.
Might have been more interesting that way.
I mean, if you want me like semi-conscious, I mean, if that's what you would be entertained by, yes, it would be a better podcast. Just me and THC. I don't know why. I was a crazy stoner in high school and then just stopped for years, and then whenever I get back into it, fucking just puts me on my ass.
Yeah, I feel like the first few weeks to month of like smoking are pretty rough like that. And I feel like that's why a lot of people just get turned off by it. Like, well, because it took me a while too. Like, I didn't really start becoming a pothead until like a couple years ago. I always smoked like socially, but I wouldn't smoke at home by myself. Because like you said, it would put me on my ass, or like I'd get paranoid or something.
So what made you decide to like, this is for me?
It's probably coming to LA. It's like the weed culture here is so strong.
It's like, you want to hike, smoke a joint.
And the weed is good too, compared to like the West Coast shit that I'm getting from, my dealer, like, or the East Coast, sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to correct you. That's the other thing. The shit out here is fucking potent, and that's part of the reason I don't fuck with it. It's just like, I smoked pot in a time where like, we didn't know what strains were.
Yeah.
Like, what was indica or sativa? You knew like...
You got what you got.
You got what you got, and you got like brand names. Like, oh, this is some OG Kush. And like, I don't know what this means.
Yeah.
This is just OG Kush.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have no idea what Girl Scouts mean. There's no botany involved.
Yeah.
Someone give it a fun name.
Yeah, exactly. Because they say it tastes like Girl Scout cookies, which it does not at all.
No, if a Girl Scout cookie tasted like that, I would send it the fuck back.
Yeah.
I'd throw the box at that little girl, be like, what the fuck garbage are you giving me, girl? What the fuck? Tell your fucking troop leader to fucking fix this shit. I want my money back.
Yeah.
And the little
Poor little girl. Yeah.
She's crying.
She doesn't even know what you're talking about.
That's gonna be a clip, and someone's gonna be like, Matt's a monster, picks on fucking Girl Scouts. We can't support this show.
That is pretty evil, picking on Girl Scouts.
They shouldn't have given me garbage cookies. Like, you better stand behind your fucking product. Just because they belong to an organization doesn't mean that they're good people.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some rotten Girl Scouts that need to be fucking yelled at.
I don't even know the whole deal behind like the Girl Scout Corporation. I'm sure that there's some like shady homophobic.
Actually, they're been pretty fucking inclusive. Like,
really?
Yeah, the Girl Scouts have definitely like brought in trans girls, and
oh, okay.
Yeah, they're cool.
Okay.
I'm just a monster. I'm just the asshole in this situation.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm owning it. Like, you give me bad cookies, you'll get yelled at.
Yeah. I mean, they got to learn somehow. That's the way
Right?
the world works.
Right? They gotta learn somehow to get back in the fucking kitchen. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm fucking kidding. Oof.
Someone's gonna clip that.
Yeah. Oh, that's your thought process on that. Oh, okay. See how it is.
Canceled forever.
I'm waiting for it. One of these days. Coming for me.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's
I do. I want to be famous enough that I'm worth canceling.
true. Yeah.
They don't cancel your fucking mailman. No one knows who the fuck that guy is.
Yeah.
You don't get canceled. People have to know who you are to cancel you.
Yeah, that's true.
So one day, someone will review this in 10 years and be like, oh, he said a lot of horrible shit. Girl Scouts should get back in the fucking kitchen. Yep, said it.
You'd be surprised, even like with a few thousand followers, there's somebody out there that will cancel you because they just have fun doing it. It's like trolling. Like, it's kind of funny to ruin somebody's like internet reputation.
Believe me, as someone who is a content creator who's
Yeah.
on YouTube and all that shit, it's just like the comments don't faze me. They don't.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you just can't. You can't fucking give it any credit. You can fucking
Yeah.
laugh at them.
I'm lucky I haven't received like too many bad comments at all yet, but I know how it feels. It's like
What ones have you gotten though? I'm curious.
I haven't really gotten any that stand out. I think I had somebody say that like I was a whore or something, and they put like a yawning emoji. It was just like whatever. Like, yeah, I am. Like, I get fucked for a living.
Well, oh no.
Like,
oh no.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't
Oh
bother.
nosies. A woman is taking agency over her own body
Yeah.
and making money from it? Oh
It's
no.
so frightening.
Oh my god, you're puritanical bullshit.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky if she'd accept your money, motherfucker. So
How did you find me in the first place?
Right.
Like, people don't really people have separate accounts for porn. Like, they don't really put that on their primary account. So who are you following?
right, like, how did you get here?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you come too quick? Is that why you're upset, bro? That's the problem here. Like, don't take that out on me. Learn to control yourself.
Yeah. Watch my JOI.
Are you doing a bunch? Like, I don't watch your content, and I generally don't bring up the content. But are you doing a bunch of JOI videos and shit like that?
No. I've mainly been like prioritizing the studio professional stuff. Mainly because when I first went into porn, I expected it to be like the way it was pre OnlyFans, where that's all you had. Yeah. I mainly treat my OnlyFans like a private social media kind of thing, like where I put my nude photos and like where I talk to people, because you can't put nude photos on any social media anymore.
You can put them on Twitter.
Yeah, but I still don't want to get like shadow banned. Like, I'd like to be a public account. You know, it's better off that way.
I guess for discoverability and marketing
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. But I
cool.
have a lot of ideas for content I'd like to make down the road.
Anything you want to share with the class?
Mainly like fetish stuff. Maybe like ASMR. I had an idea to do like half a video where it's like half of it I could put on YouTube, and then the other half is like not safe for work that you'd buy on like ManyVids or something. There's a lot of people that are really into that.
That would, I mean, I know you're a self-professed submissive, but that would be really funny, like, if you weren't a submissive, of like you doing an ASMR video and then the camera slowly, backs out and it's like you got some sissy under you as you're doing the ASMR video.
Yeah.
Like someone in like a full-on Pulp Fiction gimp suit, like just you've been sitting on while you've been doing the ASMR video. That would be fucking hilarious. And technically it's probably something you could put on YouTube.
Yeah. True. It'd be good promo.
There we go, giving away fucking content. God damn it.
Like, let me write that down.
Hey, good thing they'll be recorded for the internet.
Yeah.
So it'll be a race for you to do it versus someone else by the time this episode comes out.
Yeah. Well, ASMR is kind of like a difficult thing to do. I don't know.
I understand some people are into it. It's just it's one of those things where like, nah, not my cup of tea on the entertainment content.
Yeah. People have all kinds of fetishes, so I like to make videos for that. Plus, it's like a good thing where you can be still like in mainstream and also in porn at the same time. Like, because that's kind of important to me, like having content that's safe for work that I can market to anyone, and then not safe for work content that's, yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a good idea for longevity in this business to have shit you can market to everybody.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, as we were talking about a little bit before we got on air, that is part of the problem with the industry is there's not always longevity in it.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to take control of your own fucking career. No one is going to save you from yourself if you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's the nice thing about OnlyFans too. Once you shoot out of every single company, like, you can still make your own content, and it's yours. You own it. You get the royalties for life. Like,
It's passive income.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you with the bottle pour.
Gave me a chance to take a sip.
Hey, okay. God, I am beating the shit out of the mic
Yeah,
tonight.
damn, you killed it.
There wasn't much left. That's been drank over a handful of shows.
I've got the scotch here, which is insanely strong.
Thank you, Anna DeVille, for making me buy that bottle.
Thank you. It's pretty good. I don't know anything about scotch, but it's good.
Why'd you go with scotch when I was like, do you want scotch or bourbon?
I just don't like bourbon. I don't like the way it's like warm or like sweet or something. I don't know.
All right.
I like something that's a bit smooth. Like I'm more into Japanese whiskey.
See, you should have told me beforehand. You're just like whiskey and soda. I'm like, okay. Well,
Oh no, that's fine. I didn't want to make you buy anything.
A little late.
Oh,
It's okay. It's part of the gig.
this is good though. It's different.
So, video games, doing the nature stuff. Like, what else are you playing these days?
I'm not really gaming too much right now.
No?
Yeah. Oh, I played the new Pokemon game. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yeah, I mainly spend my time like working out and doing work stuff.
That is a goddamn bummer.
I know, yeah.
You gotta have some fucking work-life balance. Why would you get into this fucking line of work to not have some additional free time? That's why the main perk of being in porn is like, oh, hey, I make my own schedule and there should be enough fucking income coming in where it's like, I can afford to take a day off or so.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely do. I just spend a lot of time working out. Like I started doing Muay Thai.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've never really been like an active person. Like my whole life I've been like a computer nerd, just sitting at the computer. So yeah, it was like I'm about to be 25. I need to like do something now before I can't.
You're like, before you're over the fucking hill.
Exactly, yeah. Before it's too late and I'm just like a cripple from sitting at the computer all the time.
Triggered.
Which it's been a lot of fun.
So, like, are you hitting pads? You actually sparring? Like, what are you doing?
Hitting pads. I haven't actually sparred yet. I'm doing a lot of bag work. It's basically just like throwing the same punch or throwing the same kick like 10,000 times until you master it.
You're throwing leg kicks? So what do you... Like,
Yeah. Like body kicks, low kicks. I do pad work like with other people, but I haven't actually gotten to sparring yet. It's really a lot of fun. Like once you get the full form down, the feeling of like unleashing a kick with all of your body's power on the punching bag is so good.
Are you worried that like you're gonna get a little beat up and have to show up on set and be like, hey, I gotta cancel?
Yeah, that's the thing. They keep trying to push me to do like professional fighting, which is like, why wouldn't they? Like, they probably look at me and just see a money printer. But yeah, I don't know if I could do it because I don't really like getting injured in the first place, and yeah, it would ruin my chances to do any kind of like acting gig.
Yeah. Like, this is what moneymaker. Stop.
Yeah. But hey, if I get good and I win, if I just win,
I don't know.
It's easier said than done.
Well, it's easier said than done. Also, I think between the two careers, there's probably more money in porn than there is in fighting.
Yeah, totally.
Like, starting UFC contracts are not that lucrative.
Yeah. And you have to be good.
Yeah, you have to be good to make it to the UFC level.
Yeah.
People are fighting on regionals for nothing.
Yeah. It's more of like a hobby thing right now. I really started it to like get in shape for porn. But it's a lot of fun, I've always wanted to learn a martial art.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why Muay Thai of all things?
I thought it looked cool, number one. Number two, it's a full body thing. So you're using every single muscle in your body pretty much. And I don't know, just thought it was interesting.
I had nothing wrong with it.
It's a challenge. I enjoy a challenge,
I know a lot of performers are into BJJ.
Yeah.
Have you thought?
No, it didn't really entice me. Like I wanted to learn how to fight and like throw a punch and throw a kick. I wasn't really interested in like tumbling with somebody on the ground.
You're like, I don't want to choke people unconscious. I want to render them unconscious with my fisted knees.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to turn my kick into a gun. Like, and you can kill somebody like with some of these moves. Like you can break somebody's sternum. You can break their ribs. Like,
don't admit this shit on the internet. If it happens, you don't want to be like, yeah, there's the evidence that I said I could do this.
Oh yeah, true.
That shit was an accident, Your Honor. I was defending myself.
Well, it's part of martial arts. Respect.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, I'm still a noob, so I can't even like control myself. So.
Right? Like, if I cripple a man, that was an accident.
Hey, I've had some dudes say that they'd pay me to do irreparable damage to their balls. So
Get contracts before you... Would you do it?
We'd have to like get a lawyer. We'd have like he'd have to have a lawyer too. We'd have to have some kind of contract that says that like I am not responsible for anything. Like that's the only way.
He's here of his own volition. This is what he's signing up for.
Yeah, we're signing a contract. Like I don't owe him anything after. I don't know if I could though. At the end of the day, that's like.
But if it would make him happy, he'd be bringing happiness to the man.
True. Well, that's what he thinks until he loses his balls.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, true. I can't kink shame. But really think about it beforehand.
Him just be like, right before you throw the kick, like, last chance to back out, bro. Last chance. The thunder's coming in about a second.
He'd probably be like rock hard. Like, no, I can't wait.
Just trying not to tug himself in front of you, like, kick me.
It's really crazy what people will pay for.
I know. Every time I hear like these wild ass dudes, why is it always that these dudes that want this wild shit have all this money? Like, how did you get this fucking money? Like, you are this fucking unhinged about what you want these women to do to you. Where did you get the money and how did you retain it? Like, how? How? I am curious. I am worried about paying my rent some months and I am not doing anything wildly sexual, especially shit that I'm paying for. Like, where?
Yeah.
How?
For a while, it was crazy to even like to spend $5 on somebody's OnlyFans. I was like, who does this when you can get porn for free? But like these dudes have so much money, they just don't care. Like,
well, I get the OnlyFans thing because they're buying, hopefully, interaction with you.
Yeah, that's true. For a lot of dudes, that's the goal.
Yeah. That's like, this is $5. Ooh, maybe I get to peacock enough and she'll fuck me.
Yeah, true.
It's just in the back of dudes' heads.
Yeah.
But I also feel like in a lot of those situations, it's like a dog chasing a fucking car. If they were able to catch you, they'd be like, now I don't know what to do.
Yeah, totally. It would probably wear off as soon as they like catch me.
Yeah.
Like, the novelty is worn off.
It's like, oh my God, you're a real person with hopes, dreams, and you don't just exist to fulfill my every sexual fantasy. Oh. 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 Oh.
Yeah.
Isn't it disappointing, folks, to find out that like the object of your desire is a real fucking person? Oh
I am not a real person. Disclaimer. I am an AI. Like I exist to serve your fantasies.
Spend that money.
Yeah.
This wasn't a podcast and just like a typical YouTube video. I'd like put like fucking flashing like dollar signs. Yeah, ching, ching. That's right. I am a real person, and I will still take your money to not fulfill your sexual fantasies. Sorry. I'm here to disappoint. It's wild though. It's just like, where did you guys get this fucking money? Where? Like, if you have all this fucking money to burn, can't you just find someone in real life that likes you for it?
Sometimes it feels better, like on your own. There's something about masturbation that's just like sometimes so much better than real sex, like watching porn, like all these like fake fantasies that don't really exist. It's like, as somebody that's been watching porn for a really long time, I can understand that.
9 times out of 10 would much rather have sex than masturbate.
Yeah.
9 times. There's definitely sometimes where it's just like, oh, I'm 100% certain that I'm not going to pleasure you in any way, shape, or form, and I'm really just trying to get off right now.
Yeah.
That's when I want to rub one out.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be disappointed by this girl. We'll rain check.
Yeah, they're two different sensations. It's like...
It is. In theory, even if you're just like hooking up with that person the one time, like, you want them to have a good time.
Yeah, totally.
You don't want them to come on podcasts and be like, yeah, that was lame as fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to be the story.
I just hooked up with this dude. Boy, that was really fucking lame.
He came in 30 seconds.
He didn't even play with my nipples. Like, he just tried to ram it in. He's like, didn't even see if I was fucking wet.
Oh, that's the worst.
That happened.
Yeah.
Happen a lot.
Totally. Yeah. No foreplay or anything. Just like straight to the dick.
It is 2022, dudes. Gotta do a little foreplay, at least a little bit. Like, yeah, dipstick and
Yeah, lube by itself doesn't cut it.
you need to like test the waters before you stick it in. Like, like, oh, hey, does it feel like the desert down there? Do not insert.
Yeah. Luckily, most of the dudes in porn like love eating pussy, so that's been a great thing for me.
Has it just been a whole renaissance since you've come to the industry? It's like, oh man, a lot of bad sex before I got here, and now.
Yeah, I mean, these dudes are eating pussy just to get hard. It's like, it's great. Yeah, civilians are not very good at sex.
Just a lot of bad experiences before you got here.
Yeah, totally.
Do you have a worse one that comes to mind?
No.
No?
No.
It's not one dude that just stands out and just like, oh, that was horrible. That's fucking horrible. There's got to be one real bad one.
I mean, in past relationships, like when the guy is horny and he wants to he just needs a cum dump, like, I'll make myself available. And that's never really, I mean, it's enjoyable because like you're thinking, oh, I'm just the cum dump, but it doesn't really feel good when he's fucking you because there's no foreplay or anything involved. It's just like lube, dick in. And then,
well, at least you brought lube.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel as good as like if there's a little bit of foreplay and like heat beforehand.
Like, I would like to be aroused too.
Yeah, but the degradation aspect is always good.
You're all about that. You're just like.
Yeah, totally.
Just like. So it wasn't even all that bad. You're like, you still degraded me quite a bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel as good like during the actual fucking than it would if, there was a little bit of something going on beforehand.
So you're just like, are you just swearing off all civilians at this point? You're just like, no, professional sex.
No, not at all. Because, like, I don't know, professional sex gets old too. Sometimes it's nice to like have a connection with someone,
What, you saying you can't have a connection with professional sex workers?
I mean, sometimes you can't.
I'm completely busting your balls on that.
Like, I don't know.
Like, whoa, what's up with the hardball question here? What? I thought this was for funsies. Come on, what are you doing, Matt?
There's a mix of both.
For sure. I just teasing. No, and I personally feel like on a professional level, well, not a professional level, just you need to have a mix of civilian and professional friends. Like, if you are inundated with professional friends 24/7,
you're like detached from reality. Like, it's a completely different world.
Yeah, you have to have at least some friends who know your real fucking name.
Yeah.
And want to talk about something besides fucking work or industry gossip.
Yeah, industry gossip. Yeah, that's a big one.
Have you realized that this place is high school yet?
Yeah, totally.
It is literally just high school with fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's some like great people that I know people get dragged into it, like, but there's some great people that don't give me like that high school kind of vibe. But yeah, the gossip still comes into like the majority of conversations that I have with people.
People like to gossip. People want to talk about who's fucking who off camera.
Yeah, I try not to like I'll listen to whatever they have to say, but I try not to really like get into it because it just opens up a bad door.
Just like, nope, don't need to know, don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm not really big into like talking to people behind their back because I think that's a dangerous route.
It is.
Come back to bite you.
And it definitely will here. 100% it will. I know. I've been guilty of it. I've said some things that I thought were jokes, and people did not take them as jokes.
Yeah.
But led to some really awkward moments.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess they didn't find that joke funny. Shit. Thought I was just talking shit.
Yeah, that does. Everybody's different.
I mean, it was a little bit of shit because, well, that person believed in lizard people, so.
Oh, okay.
A lot of joke. A little bit of shit. Sorry, don't believe in lizard people. Sorry.
That's so funny.
Oh, she was very serious. Not to gossip, but she was very, very fucking serious, and was upset with me the night where she revealed this to me, and where I was skeptical there. It's not like I just smiled and nodded. Yeah, that's cool. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
It's Especially,
That's like meeting a flat earther or like
yeah.
it's all funny to joke that like Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard, but I mean maybe he is. I don't know.
Well, are you just trying to get kicked off Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Like, what are you doing? What? Stop! No, not Mark. You're cool. You're cool, Mark. Please don't fuck with my account.
Yeah,
I do not wish to be zucked.
I don't believe you're a lizard.
Do not least bit. Android maybe. Lizard no.
Yeah.
Literally had a performer tell me that she believed in lizard people, and then it was mind-boggling to me because she is at the time was a big enough performer that like she actually was hanging out with the 1%, like real celebrities. I'm like,
Oh, okay. So you're hanging out with them?
like, if she had been like, yo, Matt, I was at this party and they're lizard people, I might have been like, really? But she's like, I saw a YouTube video. I'm like,
Oh my god.
blink, 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 blink. But I definitely made a joke about the hot to crazy ratio, and like that I always thought that she was very lovely and was very attracted to her, but she had superseded the hot to crazy ratio at that point.
Yeah, there's actually like a few performers that I follow that I've been turned off because of what they're tweeting. I'm like you seriously like believe this? Like this is how your thought process goes?
So what sort of stuff is the turnoff? I'm curious. Without naming names.
Just like totally uneducated opinions. Like they're educated by like social media. And it's clearly evident by like what they're saying. Just like stuff like that, you know.
Like crazy, just QAnon-esque conspiracies, or
Yeah, and like bringing drama into like their Twitter feed or whatever. It's just like, come on.
hey, sometimes they just need to feel something, and drama on Twitter's a way to
Yeah.
feel.
I feel that.
You've been on the internet long enough. Like,
Yeah.
you've seen some shit.
Yeah. I started on the internet when I was like in 4th grade on like IRC and stuff. So
Oh shit.
yeah. So I'm pretty like savvy with that kind of stuff and like how to behave on.
So did you ever dive into like 4chan?
Oh, yeah, that's when I was in 4th grade. That's like when I got into 4chan. But now it's like completely different. Back then, it was like you actually had like anonymous members on there. Now it's like more akin to like Reddit or like Tumblr.
Well,
Somebody's totally gonna like clip that and be like, the stupid bitch. Like,
hey, at least they're paying attention.
yeah. Because when I was in 4th grade, it was like 2007. So it was like a pretty good time, like the golden era of the internet. Well,
It's like there was broadband, but it was still very Wild West.
exactly. Yeah. Before all the censorship came in, like when you could actually say whatever the fuck you wanted. And like,
I'm of two minds about the censorship on the internet. Like, on one hand, I really do not want to see white supremacists, white nationalists, and fucking racists get platformed.
yeah.
Super do not. On the other hand, I say some unhinged shit at times.
Yeah.
And I would like to continue to say it, but I'm saying it in jest. I don't intend to fucking actually hurt anybody.
Yeah. And also, like, internet censorship is a huge issue. Like, it's something I feel very strongly about. Like, once you give someone the position to be like, this is wrong. Like, once you give somebody the position to question, like, the morals and the ethics of what people are saying, like, I feel like it's a very dangerous door to open.
It is. It is. One, then it starts trickling down to your line of work.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and like the fact that like the billing companies are like, whoa, you can have porn. We will payment process porn, but we can't payment process this type of
Yeah,
porn.
we can't payment process P, like all sorts of just random things that don't even make sense. Like, it's P, like
It's between two consenting adults.
Yeah, you're not showing somebody like getting murdered or like
Right.
You're not showing child porn. Like, to me, like as long as you're not showing anything that's truly illegal, like it should be allowed on the internet.
Yeah. If it's not for you, don't watch it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's real simple. Like, you don't want to watch Sophia drink her own urine? Don't watch it.
Yeah. And like if you notice, OnlyFans is slowly introducing more things that are being censored.
Well,
It's
but
like-
is that them or is that their payment
Yeah.
processors?
I think it's the payment processor, unfortunately.
This was a topic of conversation back in October when they tried to like, we're not gonna allow porn on the platform anymore,
Yeah.
and tried to blame it on MasterCard, and MasterCard's like, yo, we would happily process your porn through these regulations. And honestly, what MasterCard rolled out, it's fairly reasonable shit. Like, it's like, hey, we want 2257 paperwork from everyone involved.
Mhm.
that's cool. Like, I would A-okay with everyone verifying that who's in the scene that they're fucking adults.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's not unreasonable. When it starts to negatively affect what types of porn you're doing between two consenting adults, that's a problem.
Yeah, totally. Like, I don't think that any like entity should be responsible for censoring what people jerk off to in their rooms by themselves after they've just worked like a 9 to 5 and been a productive member of society, you know.
I mean, I'm not discriminating against the lazy piece of shit who doesn't do anything but jerking off all day.
Oh yeah, true, me either. Yeah, I mean that's my life. Like,
Sophia almost canceled. She's like, I gotta put on pants for this. Fuck this.
yeah, straight up.
It's a whole negotiation. That was like, please, can you please put on pants? Please, can you put on pants? Come do the podcast, please, please. I opted to not get murdered today to do this podcast. I just need you to put on pants and show up, please.
Yeah, that's not far from the truth.
Just slight exaggeration, just slight.
Yeah, but I was like just at home with no pants on before this. So.
It's okay. I didn't have pants on until 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I'm like, oh yeah, I have a podcast in 2 hours. I probably should put on pants, shower, get mixers, eat something so I'm not just drinking on an empty stomach and being a just drunk mess. Like, hi, Sophia, I'm just a drunk man. Probably don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But not certain. It may still happen. Time will tell. Depends on how we will metabolize this alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, for real. The scotch.
You good on ice? You need mixers? You good?
I'm good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So you're not playing any video games right now. You're just fucking working.
I've been watching anime. I scroll the internet a lot. Like, I feel like that's my toxic habit. I'll just get into like I'll just scroll Twitter and like Instagram, you know, Reddit, whatever, all day. Sometimes like I'll spend my entire day on it, or like my free time on just scrolling.
What have you been doom scrolling? What's come across you? What has washed up on your shores?
It's really like a lot of photography and like media content. I feel like the more I like consume media, the more I have in like a mental bank that I can use for my own content. You know, just seeing like how trends are going, like stuff like that. I guess that falls into work, but
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit falls into work.
Yeah. Like I have to cook all my own meals. Like,
oh my God, you have to cook your own meals like a peasant? Like just a peasant?
With the fitness stuff, you know, it's like before I would like eat out most of the time, but now it's like I need to eat clean and like cook 3 meals a day for myself. And
like a peasant, Sophia.
Yeah.
You have to cook for yourself. You don't have a personal chef? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I have to like cook healthy stuff and not like,
interview over. You have to cook for yourself. Oh my God. I don't know. I can't relate to you anymore. You have to cook for yourself. Oh my God. You have to. Okay.
I can't just like not eat all day and then eat like a hoagie.
I mean, you could. You could.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very healthy though.
I mean, it depends on what's on the hoagie.
Yeah, true.
You can get a veggie hoagie, right?
No protein though.
Chicken?
Yeah. But I've been having a lot of fun with cooking. Like I cook a lot of different stuff. Like
what's happening in Sophia's kitchen?
I make a lot of like Asian food, Korean and Szechuan food. I love Asian food.
Have you found a good Korean barbecue spot in town?
No, actually.
I got recommendations.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I'll have to hit you up on that because I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, no, like Korean barbecue is my jam.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of trying to find a new Shabu-Shabu place because my Shabu-Shabu spot like fucking closed down. They're in the middle of reopening a new spot. But in the meantime, I need some fucking Shabu-Shabu.
Yeah, I do that at home a lot, actually.
Really? Do you
yeah. Just let the like one of those like camping ranges, and then you put a pot on top and put it at the center of the table wherever you're at. It's great.
What kind of broths are you making for your Shabu-Shabu?
Just like pre-made stuff, like at the Asian market. They have everything. Like they'll have like a little like pre-made Shabu-Shabu, like all the ingredients that you put in there, and then you get like.
I thought you were cooking for yourself, Sophia. You're lying to the internet. What the?
But it's like broth that they made there, and like.
Lying to the internet. I thought you were, powdering fucking
when
bones.
I cook for myself, it's like lazy, healthy stuff, like grilled chicken and vegetables,
Like, whoa.
stir fry.
The minute Shabu-Shabu, we're assembling it. We're not really cooking it.
I'm not gonna like boil some bones all day. Like I don't have time for that.
I mean, from what you were saying earlier, as long as you don't have to put on pants, it sounds like you did. You do.
Yeah.
See, you could
That's my true nature, but it's always a struggle fighting it.
you could be doing content just, bottomless Shabu-Shabu.
Yeah, true. Somebody actually asked me for more stretching videos. I'll have to do that.
Just stretch, sit down, Shabu-Shabu.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a little broth on me. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Gold, internet
people
gold.
Are big into the food stuff. Yeah.
Like, oh my God, you're a real person that eats, and we have to make it so... It's so weird. Like, I'm not here to king shit, but it's one of those things I don't get. Like, I'm
food fetish stuff.
Yeah. All I think of, like, involving food and sex is, like, that's a mess I'm going to have to clean up later.
Have you seen those, like, mukbang YouTube videos?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, all right.
There's people that get off on, like, people engorging themselves and, like, people going from, like, skinny to fat. I forget what it's called.
The internet could tell us.
Yeah, they want to see somebody, like, making themselves obese.
I don't understand the people. Like, it's just one of those things well, the first response was fat fetishism on Wikipedia. And then there's a article called Take the Cake. Thin fetishism is more common than fat fetishism.
Yeah, but I'm sure fat fetishism pays way more.
Fat fetish.
You'd have to pay me a lot to, like, make myself obese in front of a camera over a period of, like, 6 months.
Fat fetish. Now I know why my boyfriend kept feeding me. Wow. That's kind of fucked up. Like, if you meet someone and they don't have your ideal body type and, like, you're going to just, like, try to subtly fucking change them to your ideal body type, like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, hey, I think you should get your tits done or gain weight or lose weight or, like, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I just could not imagine, like, doing that to someone.
Yeah, that's really
Like,
fucked up.
If I'm not into you, like, how you come originally, I'm just not going to hang around.
Yeah.
Like, if you feel the need that you need to have cosmetic surgery for whatever reason for you, cool.
Yeah. That's the normal way to think about it.
Right. Well, apparently, but it's also like, it's a weird thing where, like, I had a friend who got her nose done. Like, I bit my tongue as it was coming out. Like, oh, you don't need a nose job. Like, like, it's not my place to fucking say.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But like, the words came. I was like, you don't need a. Well, it's her body. Like, why am I even fucking commenting on this in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah. Just be like, she has you have a nice nose now. Like, it looks great.
Well, yeah, but it's not even like, if you feel that you need to have a change, like cool. I mean, your response would literally just be cool.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to make you happy? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Like, if you have the money for it, why not? Like,
I mean, your financial situation is not my fucking problem either. Like, you could take, you could take a payday loan out to have your nose done. I don't care.
Yeah, I guess what I mean is, like, I don't have any comment about, like, how you spend your money, as long as you're not.
As long as it's on me.
Yeah, true. No. As long as it's not, like, on, like, heroin or, something, like, really self-destructive, however you spend your money, like.
I'm A-okay, like, if it is not going to negatively affect my life, like you breaking into my apartment to pay for your heroin habit, do heroin. Go ahead. It's your fucking body.
Yeah.
I am very much a proponent of, like, do whatever the fuck you want in this life as long as you don't negatively affect others.
True, yeah.
Like, if you want to fucking ruin your life with heroin, as long as you don't have kids that are dependent on you or someone who's other people's lives you're going to ruin through your fucking addiction, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
If you are going to ruin other people's lives, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have children. That's why I don't want children.
Yeah.
When I make a horrible choice, I want it to just negatively affect me.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's like, oh, hey, I'm going to spend too much money on camera equipment. Guess what? I don't have to worry about little Timmy starving because there is no little Timmy.
Yeah, I 100% feel
like, especially on the camera equipment.
Yeah. Or any, like, nerd, like, tech stuff. Like, if I want to buy a new graphics card,
Take out a second mortgage and then get in a lottery and maybe you'll get another one.
Yeah.
Graphics card market.
Yeah, I'm on like an old AMD card that was a Bitcoin miner in 2010. Because
It's amazing that some fucker still runs.
Yeah. And I can't find a new graphics card because it's like bad right now.
It's super bad. I lucked out. I built a new system during the pandemic and was able to get a 2080 card at fucking, regular retail cost.
Yeah. I do have like bots and stuff that monitor like the stock of the websites. It's just like having money in my account is such a variable thing because I kind of have a tendency to spend it right away. I never know. It's like I have to know that I'm going to buy a graphics card. Like,
well, you know the trick, at least in Southern California, just drive down to fucking Micro Center, and if they have them in stock, they will sell them to you at actual retail cost.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Micro Center is great.
But they will not let you know if there's inventory in stock. You have to drive down there, and the nearest one's in fucking Orange County.
Oh, wow. That's a long drive.
Yeah, but you might.
Even if you call them, wow.
No pre-sales, no nothing. You have to show up in person and be like, graphics card? Please, graphics card?
Please spare graphics card.
What you should do is, find a fan that lives in the OC to just pop into Micro Center for you daily.
Oh my god.
Like, graphics card? Graphics card.
I'll give you a nudes in exchange. It's equal exchange.
Come on, that exchange rate. Come on. Exclusive nudes. You got to sell it a little better. Exclusive nudes.
Exclusive, just for you.
And once you have that graphics card in your pretty little hands, it will be photoshopped with that graphics card just for you.
That's great.
There we go. We're figuring out how to sell it, folks. If you live in Orange County near Micro Center, slide into Sophia's DMs on the regular with updates on prices of graphics cards.
Yes, it will be very appreciated.
Please, just a 3000 series something.
Yeah.
Unless you want to stay on AMD,
I was tempted for a little bit because I'm a Linux fan and their drivers are like really good for Linux. But NVIDIA is just so much better. I don't know. It's especially like I want to get into shooting VR. And I feel like for that kind of thing, I kind of need a Windows setup. Like I can't really be shooting VR and editing it in Linux without having a Windows box.
I mean, you can dual boot.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So wait a minute, is your primary box booting Linux these days?
My laptop is booting Linux, but my desktop is dual booted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a whole nother rabbit hole to dive down.
Yeah.
So why are you booting Linux? Just cause, or?
So before I got into porn, I actually taught myself how to program, and I became really obsessed with Linux and OS dev. So that's why I still keep my laptop booting in Linux, just so I can keep those skills in my head, using a command line and stuff. And in general, I do prefer Linux. I hate Windows.
So what you're telling me is I should not give you my Wi-Fi password.
Yeah. I'm pretty good with the back end stuff.
Good to know. So you should have asked for the password earlier. Now I'm not giving it to you, dude. You're on your own fucking data. Nope.
Damn, I could have had a gold mine of data.
Couple hundred episodes of this podcast and raw footage.
Yeah, I could have had some blackmail.
Yeah, what horrible shit did you edit out? Oh, shit. Fucking black hat in the house. Goddamn. So, being on the internet for so long and being actually tech savvy, did you ever get into fucking actually hacking, or?
No. I've always been really interested in piracy, wares stuff. I don't know, the wares groups to me were so iconic. I idolized them. Just thought it was so cool. This, it's the hood internet.
You're I was a captain in the Pirates Bay.
Yeah, that's one thing that I still I'm still pro piracy, even though I work in entertainment, because some people can't afford to buy a porn subscription, and I feel everybody should be able to access and also it still reaches the eyes of the person. So I mean, it might not benefit the studio, but it benefits me because they're still seeing my porn. So
see, my problem with piracy, I was a big pirate back in the day. I was I still have, I probably shouldn't admit this on the internet, but I have a fair amount of content that was pirated back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm old enough that I was of the Napster generation. I Napster, LimeWire, all,
Yeah, when you're a kid and you don't have money, having that information accessible is amazing. Like,
But on the flip side, I got into working in the production side. Like I ran a small record label for a number of years.
yeah.
And I realized piracy only hurts the artists in the grand scheme of things. Because, especially with music and movies,
Oh yeah, especially music. Like,
well, the record labels, the studios are going to make their bottom line no matter what. They're going to find a way to make their bottom line. What it's going to stifle is them taking risks with their money. They may not be willing to put money into an experimental band, something that's not going to be as commercially viable that they see something in, because they got to make their margins.
yeah.
And if they can't sell you a fucking CD for $20 anymore, they're going to make their money somehow. Why do you think we have, especially in movies, so much shit that is not prepackaged or repackaged of an original story? Why do we have so little original IP? Because it costs hundreds of millions of dollars to make this movie.
Yeah.
You can't take a risk on it.
Yeah.
You got to make your fucking profit because of piracy.
Yeah.
So I have given up my piracy ways. I pay for fucking everything now.
Yeah, now that I have money, like, you know, I'll buy most stuff. I mean, I still pirate my own scenes because it's like I don't really have the money to be like buying a subscription to all of these studios.
You know, the producers should give you logins, right?
Oh, they should.
Uh-huh.
If I guess I'll have to ask. Like, that's the annoying part. I have to actually like send out an email to get the login info.
Make your agent do that. Your agent works for you.
True. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like, yo, I want logins to see my own shit. I want to fap to myself. Make this happen.
I also just like the community aspect of it. Like, I'll always go and look at. I'm a part of one of the biggest like torrent groups for porn, and I love going and seeing like the people's comments because they're all.
Are you doing it undercover, or are you not telling them who you are? Or?
No, yeah, I'm undercover. I don't like post in the forums or anything, but I just look at like the comments on my videos and stuff because those people are like true porn nerds. Like, what they say matters to me more than like some random, you know.
What's the nicest thing one of them has said?
I don't know. Somebody was like, this girl's beautiful and she hasn't done anything to her face. I'm like, oh, okay. I mainly just look for like bad. Like,
You're looking for the negative press?
Yeah. Is it bad to like admit that I pirate my own porn?
I mean, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Maybe. Because, yeah, 100% the producers should give you logins.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're like, I want the comments. I don't really.
Yeah. Well, as long as I don't pirate it.
Piracy is one of those sticky things. It's never going to go away.
Yeah.
Much like
porn isn't. Like, it's always going to adapt.
It's always going to be adapted. It's always going to be there. Like, you can shut down the Pirate Bay. You can shut down any other website. Like, there's so much piracy. Like, there's full Discord set up to pirating performers, OnlyFans, shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason, like, the future is doing custom content. Because, like, do you really want to pirate something where, like, Sophia's calling out some other dude's name?
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But just mass consumable content. Yeah, there's always going to be fucking pirates. But
yeah,
I think we need to not make it easy for them. And I think that's actually one of the downfalls of early porn internet was these porn sites didn't want to fucking pay for bandwidth, so they allowed you to download every fucking scene.
Yeah, they still do. Like most of the studios from what I've seen still allow you to download it. Makes it so easy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to get a 1 month free trial and download fucking everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and these people that are into piracy, like, they have, like, seed boxes. Like, that's not even a thing for them, the amount of space that's on these websites. Like, they have scripts to automatically scrape everything.
Yeah.
Like
and I'm assuming that most internet porn is not encoded at, like, some crazy fucking codex that's going to be taking up a ton of space. Like,
yeah.
A 30-minute scene is probably under a gig. Even in 1080 or 4K, it'd probably be over a gig. I don't know why my audience is like, Matt, why are you doing the math on this? Why?
Yeah.
It's the nerd in me. It's just like, well, if I encoded it, stop. No one cares.
At the end of the day, they're still going to find a way because, like, part of it is also, like, the satisfaction that you get from, like, cracking the
super easy crack of paying or, logging in once and scraping everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be a little bit more sophisticated on their end.
Well, and then that's the problem. Like, the porn industry used to be the innovators in technology. Like, the reason VHS succeeded over Betamax when Betamax was the superior technology is because porn adapted VHS.
Yeah, totally.
That's why
Actually,
Blu-ray.
like, one of the indicators, of the future of technology is porn, because we're always, at odds with somebody trying to censor us. So we're always going to be innovating and like finding a way to not get censored,
Yeah, and just new ways to sell a novel product.
Yeah, I feel that way with VR. I think VR is like gonna be the new frontier.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see when we start seeing lawsuits happen against porn companies for someone injuring themselves jerking off during VR.
That's crazy.
I'm sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping the fuck it gets thrown out. But I could still, like, yeah, I tripped over my couch while jerking off to your scene.
Or somebody that's just like in it all day, like, and then their dick falls off or something. Yeah. Like,
hey, do you have a VR headset?
No, I want one.
No Oculus?
Like, no, that's expensive. You need a graphics card for that and everything. It's like,
I thought they made models that just run off the headset too.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess that would make sense. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong.
The way I am, I'm like, I need to enjoy it in like the true experience.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift S, that's PC powered, but there's the MetaQuest 2 that looks like it's $300 without a PC.
I'd like to just save up for the Steam headset. If I'm gonna do it, like, I feel like I need to do it, eventually.
I keep kicking around like, oh, there's some cool stuff on VR, I should do it, and then it's
the VR cameras and like the way it's shot is so interesting too. It's a lot of fun, honestly. It's like,
except for the male talent. Every male talent hates shooting VR.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it. I guess because it's kind of like mentally taxing. Because when you're shooting with like a regular camera, when I'm shooting, I have to think of like the space I'm occupying and like where the camera is, and I have to imagine like a 3D space in my head with the VR headset. So it makes it a lot more difficult.
Well, from what I understand on the male talent just can't move during
it. They're like a corpse dick. Yeah. Like, yeah.
That can't be fun.
Yeah.
The job's rough enough as is, and that just cannot be fun.
Yeah. There was one scene where the guy had to like lean back on a walker to support himself for missionary. It's like, yeah. It's really interesting though how they like figured it out, how to shoot with VR.
We're innovating.
Yeah.
We're fucking innovating.
Yeah, fuck yeah, porn.
It'll be interesting to see where like the virtuality stuff goes. Like,
yeah,
are people gonna like just give up like real porn and like make metaverse porn?
Maybe once it's more affordable. Those cameras are pretty pricey, and like a lot of them are controlled with an iPad, so you need an iPad too. It's like you can't just use your phone.
I think if you can afford the camera, you can afford the iPad.
True. Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but now it's like anybody can sign up for OnlyFans, like if they have an iPhone.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Apparently, like the iPhone content does better than a lot of like professionally shot stuff. Like,
yeah.
Some of my clients are like, "Hey, I could bring a camera by and actually shoot." And they're like, "No, we're using iPhones." But I have lighting and cameras. Like, do you want me to shoot something? No, we're just gonna use our iPhones. Like, okay, please shoot it horizontally.
Yeah, I guess it's just like it feels more amateur. Like people want to think it's like a real organic experience.
Spoilers, it's not.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, if you want organic looking sex, go look at the Kim Kardashian sex tape. Kim looking very bored and Ray J just kind of that's what organic sex looks like.
Yeah.
Anything that you are fapping to, staged. Absolutely fucking staged.
That's not true. It's all real.
Sorry, my bad. I pulled back the curtain, my bad. Sorry. Sophia, don't cut me, please. Please, don't cut me.
I don't know. I don't know who's watching this.
Notice she did not say she was not going to cut me. She just said, I don't know who's watching this. She's like, I don't know who this is going to be evidence for.
Yeah.
I did not say I was not going to cut you. Okay. Not.
I mean, do you really think that girls smile that well with a dick in their ass?
I mean, in my personal experience, I'm on the other end of things, so I generally can't see their smile. So
no, it's not acting. It's real.
yeah, I've never been like, yo, you smiling up there?
That's true, yeah. Missionary anal is a little weird.
What? Yeah.
It's not something that you, I guess, like, I feel like in a normal situation, you'd be like taking back shots or something, like whatever's easiest.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've actually ever done missionary anal. I don't think I have.
There's not many girls that will do anal, like
Missionary?
just in general. Like a lot of girls.
Oh,
just
in
won't
real
do
life.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I was supposed to say, like, porn? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who do anal.
Yeah.
No, in real life, yeah. No, I've only had a handful of partners that were totally down for anal.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of them was like a girl I was seeing for a little while, and she was probably the heaviest bottom I have ever fucking been with. Seriously, like, there was a point where, like, we were hooking up, and I had to stop, be like, yo, are you actually into this, or are you doing this because you think I'm into this? Like, damn, girl. And she's like, no, I'm into this. I'm like, oh, okay, I will continue to choke you harder then. If this is what you want. Like,
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to find like truly sadistic people.
I don't think I am truly sadistic. I think that, like, you know, I want my partner to have a good time.
Yeah.
And if you want me to, like, you know, open hand slap you and fucking put some muscle behind it,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, but you're still questioning it. Like,
Oh, yeah, no,
is she really enjoying this?
Yeah, I literally had to stop at one point, like, yo, you're gurgling while I choke you. Like, are you really, is this what you really want?
Yeah.
Like, and basically yelled at me that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just, one night we came home drunk from the bar, and she's just like, put it in my ass, like, right fucking now. I'm like, okay.
Queen.
Done.
That's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. I should have treated her better. Yeah.
Even in porn, it's like everything's so politically correct now. It's like the dude has to ask for permission to do anything, and it's like, I'm a submissive pain slut. Like, you could literally do whatever the fuck you wanted, and like I'd probably not say anything.
But that's the risky part. The probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Consent is sexy and you want to have permission, but like, I know a lot of women who are like, I kind of lose respect for a dude if you just ask me. Like, I've had women tell me that.
I feel like with any woman, it's such a like slippery slope.
Like, not to harp on recent events, it's the whole Will slap with Chris Rock. Like,
Yeah.
the amount of women like that I know who are like, toxic masculinity is wrong, and, you know, dudes shouldn't be doing shit like that. And then like, oh my God, I would slurp my man dry if he did that for me. Like, I don't know what to do as a dude at this point. Like, do I fight or do I not? Like,
it's funny. I was worried you were gonna like ask me about that because I don't even know like what Chris Rock said, but I don't know how it all went down.
The quick and dirty of it is, Chris Rock made a pretty mild roast joke in the grand scheme of things. Will Smith initially laughed. Jada rolled her fucking eyes. And apparently that was enough to set Will off.
He compared her to like G.I. Jane or something, right?
Do you know G.I. Jane at all?
I mean, yeah, I know that she's like her hair, she's a buzz cut.
Yeah, it's a Demi Moore movie from like the mid-90s where she enlists in the military and shaves her head.
Yeah.
The backstory is apparently, Chris has made some other roast jokes at the Smith's expense in the past. It still 100% does not give you the right to go on stage and fucking hit somebody. Like, he's a comedian. He's being paid to roast fucking famous people at the Oscars. If you decide to live a life in the fucking spotlight, you got to take the good with the bad.
That's true.
Doesn't give you the right to fucking hit somebody.
Yeah.
Just my 2 cents.
I am a little bit annoyed that like somebody could potentially get arrested for just slapping someone. Like, I feel like it's a little bit minor, but
is it though?
Yeah.
Could you imagine like you're at a convention and you're on stage and you say something that pisses off an audience member and they just get up on stage and fucking slap you?
Yeah.
That should not go unanswered.
Yeah.
Chris Rock chose not to press charges. It looks like the LAPD is not going to follow up on him, even though they could still press charges even if Chris Rock doesn't want to. But at the end of the day, he was being paid by the award show to do his job.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
If Will had an issue with what he was doing, it should have been discussed backstage, should have been discussed with the producers of the fucking show. Should have been a discussion with Chris. Or if you're gonna fuck him up backstage where there's not a million witnesses.
Yeah, the Oscars is like one of the biggest nights for film. It's a very professional thing. Like,
at the point where you're putting hands on someone because of something they fucking said, you're giving their words power over you.
Yeah.
And obviously, Will lost his shit. He is not that good of an actor for that angry outburst that happened after he hit Chris. The whole keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth, and his lips quivering and how fucking angry he was. He ain't that good of an actor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And like, I want to say that it's fucked up to make somebody with an illness the butt of your joke, but at the same time, it's like, I've laughed at so much fucked up shit. I feel like I can't even say that.
It's a mild illness. It's not like, oh my God.
What does she even have? Like, what is
alopecia? It just makes you bald.
Okay.
Not like she's a cancer survivor and like lost it to chemo.
Yeah.
It was a mild joke. And I don't care if it was a horribly harsh joke. Doesn't give you the right to fucking hit somebody because they used their words.
That's true. Yeah.
Open hand slap or not. And Chris Rock fucking amazing that he was able to just go on with his performance after that.
Yeah. I feel like he did the right thing by not pressing charges though, because like, I don't know, if somebody's making fun of your wife for like the illness that she has, it's only natural for them to have a lot of emotions. So I feel like he was like the better man by not pressing any charges.
So how would you feel if like you were in a relationship with someone and your man just went and like fucking struck a comedian that was making fun of you?
I guess I don't know. It's a really tough question. Wow.
Yeah, because it was wild to me seeing the reaction from,
especially when like the whole country, the whole world is talking about it. Like, that's.
And hell, it's been a topic of conversation on the show twice this week.
Oh wow, yeah, of course.
Because
it's like the hot topic right now.
Well, my guest on Monday was like one of the people who was like, "Oh, I would have sucked Will dry after that."
Oh no, it wouldn't have particularly made me horny, but like.
Well, and that's the crazy part is just the amount of women in my life who are normally like, "Oh, toxic masculinity is bad." Men need to figure out other ways to handle shit. We're like, "I'd suck my man dry." I was like, so confused as a dude. Like,
yeah,
it should be like an easy time to navigate being a dude. Like, get consent, don't rape people. Mind blowing, right?
Yeah.
But some things are like hard to fucking navigate. Where it's just like, oh, there are women that are turned off by directly asking for consent.
Yeah.
There are women that are like, you shouldn't do toxic masculine shit, but holy fuck, it would turn me on if you defended my honor that way.
I feel like from the women's perspective, like if you're turned off by asking for consent, then you should make that clear to the man that like they don't need to ask for consent. That's your fetish.
I once had that backfire a little bit on me because I definitely was hooking up with a girl who was like, oh, I definitely, want a man who's going to, ask for forgiveness, not permission. And I open hand slapped her while I was inside her, and she definitely was not feeling it.
Wow.
Like, it wasn't even that hard, but she definitely was stunned for a second. Like, you just fucking slapped me. I'm like, oh yeah, you told me don't ask for permission.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, honestly. Like the BDSM, well, I'm using that as an example because obviously, like, it's the only real thing.
Yeah, I mean, BDSM handles it well. They've been doing this for years. It's like, yo, these are the ground rules. Here's the safe word when it is no longer good.
Yeah, and I normally don't go like all out on somebody my first time. I kind of like feel out what they're comfortable with.
Oh, that wasn't all out. It was just a little slappy.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Will Smith hit Chris harder.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, like, I understand why he would, like, but I wouldn't really feel any, I don't know. It's hard, like, human emotions are hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
And as much as I appreciate, like, oh, you shouldn't let people have their words have power over you. I've definitely lost my shit.
Yeah.
Over words. Like, 9 times out of 10, I do not give a fuck about what other people say. Like, especially if I don't know you, I definitely don't value your opinion.
The only particular thing that I feel about that whole incident is that somebody shouldn't be arrested for just a slap. Like, it's a slap. Like, you can't die from a slap. You're not going to take any like irreversible damage from a slap. Like, I don't know.
It's a misdemeanor. I mean, he would be charged probably with a fine and community service.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going to fucking prison for the slap.
Yeah. It's true.
But you can't just like allow people to just slap people
That's
in
true.
fucking society.
Yeah, yeah.
But bow! I'll be
Yeah.
back later. I'm gonna hit you again. Like,
True. Yeah, I guess that is like a workplace event. So it would be like if your coworker just slapped you at work, like
right. And the thing about it is, like, if there are no legal repercussions for slapping somebody, well, there's definitely legal repercussions of actually assault, like fighting someone.
yeah.
And if like, oh, I can slap you for free, but the minute you fight me, you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
True. Yeah.
Like, because I would just slap motherfuckers like, hit me. You can't. You can't, because that's a crime.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it being you can't lay hands on other people.
Yeah.
No matter what words they say to you, unless they're like actually threatening you.
Yeah.
Can't put fucking hands on people.
Yeah.
And especially a fucking working comedian. Like,
Yeah. That's his job. Like,
that's his fucking job. And like, if you are sensitive about shit being in the public light, don't be a public figure.
yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
No one forced you, Will Smith, to be a movie star, to be a rapper.
Yeah.
No one forced you to do this.
Yeah. When you're in that position where you're reaching the eyes of millions of people, like, you kind of sign up for like needing to regulate yourself a little bit.
Right.
Even with porn, it's like I know when I'm like writing on social media, sometimes I'll write something and be like, I can't post that because it's just not in my position, you know?
Are you not posting it because you think it's off brand, or just because it's just not?
It's not my job. Like, it's not my job to comment on political matters. It's not my job to comment on anything like that. Like,
It's not your job, but you're a person. You're allowed to express your fucking opinion. It's your goddamn Twitter.
true. Also, like, I don't really want to like piss anyone off. You know, I'd rather keep my outreach like to the vast majority of people.
Like, I want as many people to fap to me as possible.
I mean, luckily, like in today's society, most of the opinions that I think are like correct are the majority of people. Like, you know, supporting Ukraine over like supporting Russia. Yeah. So.
That is the popular opinion. You know, I never thought we'd see a land war in Europe in my lifetime, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we fucking are.
Yeah. Like, I think anybody besides like people that have been blinded by Russian propaganda could support what they're doing to the Ukrainian people.
I mean, most Russians I know that are in the U.S. do not support Russia on this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a good look to,
Yeah.
invade sovereign territory. But, we also, as America, do it on occasion,
yeah.
too. Just not our direct neighbors.
Yeah.
And not with just not our direct neighbors. I was like, not talking. No, never mind. I can't even. That's not accurate. That's not accurate.
Yeah.
But back to the toxic masculinity and navigating the shit. It's interesting times for sure.
Yeah.
It's still a work in progress. We're still evolving.
Yeah.
We have to figure it out. But everyone needs to be better at communicating, for sure.
Yeah.
What they want, what they don't want.
Yeah.
It's a weird time. It really is.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah. I mean, we've gone a long ways since like the 70s.
Yeah. Hell, you think 100 years ago, women didn't even have the right to vote?
Yeah.
60, 70 years ago, you were only in the workforce till you got a job, or until you married up and
yeah.
and you were expected to leave the workforce. Human society is still it's as a species we're really weird. It's we are really stuck in our ways, but we are also constantly changing.
Yeah.
And really adaptive and not adaptive at the same fucking time.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's hey, my parents' generation, they don't get the internet so good.
Yeah.
I am very thankful that I'm of the age where it's I grew up in an analog world, but was young enough that when the digital world really came around, that
yeah, same.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're young enough that it was digital.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got my first laptop in like 4th grade. So
Yeah.
yeah. But now it's like kids grow up with, an iPad.
Yeah, they just get a device like, oh, you're out of the womb. Here's your device.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of these young ones cannot have a conversation. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
Talking in meat space? That's fucking weird, man.
I grew up in like the wild west of the internet too, so I still had some time to like do whatever I wanted before everything got censored and like shut down.
I think you're being modest. I think you're still in the wild west of the internet. Like,
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
kind of just, going on Where's forums to see what people say about me fucking.
True, yeah, I'd be devastated if that got shut down.
You are not the typical user.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Like, I think you're the only person I know who's not like, yeah, the only person I can think of off the top of my head who's running Linux boxes. Like, I know some, nerdy tech folk, but most of them are running some sort of Windows box.
Yeah.
But I'm old enough that I use DOS. Like, I learned how to use computers on DOS.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Kind of. Having to,
like Usenet.
like having to, have multiple boot disks for depending on what game I want to play to allocate memory properly was not fun.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Like, okay, I want to play Duke Nukem 3D. I got to put this boot disk in. So I got my first computer also in 4th grade, but it was a 486 SX16. I had a 40 meg hard drive. Like, that was...
Yeah. I think I had like a Lenovo that was running Windows XP. So it's a lot different.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
running DOS 311. Like, I only use Windows for word processing.
Yeah.
Everything ran out of DOS. You may appreciate this. I actually ran a BBS in high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. Back in the day, like, my parents got me a second line because they were sick of calls coming, and then
That's really funny.
and then my second line became the dial-up for the BBS.
See, I love shit like that because it's so like organic. Like, that I don't know. That's how all these piracy websites do. It's just people being people.
No, I had a members only section for porn back in the day, like on my BBS, like
Nice.
hunting down fucking holy fuck. Internet porn was just, I mean, we're hunting stills that took forever.
Yeah.
28.8, a still took fucking forever.
It's so crazy for me because like the tube sites have always been there. Like that's how I was exposed to porn as a kid. But people will talk to me about like pre-tube site and how it was so much better. And then I view like the tube site era as like so much better than this era.
So the tube site era, I mean, it fucked up a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It really disrupted how the industry works. Because like when I got in, the tube sites were in full swing in 2010, 2011 when I got in. But this is a point where like they were actively pirating full content from people.
Yeah.
So it was putting a lot of productions under.
Yeah.
Because how are you going to sell product when it's just being given fucking away?
Yeah.
The tube sites weren't giving a revenue share like they are now. It's a whole nother fucking beast.
Yeah.
And, people were still buying Blu-rays and DVDs at that point.
Yeah.
Can you believe back in the fucking day, they would sell a single feature for like $60. Vivid would sell like a single fucking feature for $60 that maybe had 4 or 5 scenes on it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, paying for porn was fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Compared to today when like the amount of content you fucking get for your $10 a month subscription on most sites? $10 to $20.
Yeah.
It's like $60 for 4 different scenes, like 4 or 5 different scenes. And filler plot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a reason the tube sites fucking flourished.
Yeah.
The ridiculous prices to masturbate.
Yeah.
And a lot of the porn sites in the point you couldn't trust with your credit cards. Like
oh yeah.
I don't know if this is like a safe place to put my billing information. Fuck.
Especially before like any kind of like encryption or security like that. Yeah.
Well, you just had to worry about the fucking site stealing it. Shit.
Yeah.
You don't know who any of these people are. It's not like there's a better business bureau for porn sites.
Yeah.
This is a rough time, and there's a reason the tube sites thrived. But now it's like, because everyone's used to digital delivery of all their content,
yeah.
OnlyFans is thriving.
Yeah. Plus, it gives more power to the girls and the guys, the performers.
Yeah, and it gives more power to the consumer, because how much are the big studios listening to directly from what their audience wants to see?
Yeah.
where you put up an OnlyFans clip that someone doesn't want to see, you're going to hear about it immediately.
Yeah. It's so interesting though. People will sign up for a website just for like one girl. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, she tickles my fancy.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what... And that's why girl solo sites still flourish to a degree.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you have a fan base that is all about you, like, they'll come.
Yeah, totally. And I feel like there's always going to be a demand for, like, professionally made porn, you know? Like, sometimes people don't want to see a video that was filmed on an iPhone. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, so...
It's okay. If you don't tell them that you don't know what you're talking about, they don't know that either. Welcome to Podcasting 101.
Oh, man.
I'm sure that some people will still pay. I don't know if people give a fuck about actual features with plot anymore.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with how porn worked back in the day. It's like porn legally was allowed to happen because it's a First Amendment thing.
Yeah.
So you have to claim, since it's an expression, that it has artistic value.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's why you have to have plots and stuff like that, because, oh, no, I'm creating art that people just happen to be fucking in versus just people just fucking.
Yeah. Not everybody likes just seeing fucking. Like, there's a lot of people that want the plot. But I don't know if they want something that looks like, you know, like a full feature film. They just want it established that, like, their stepbrother and sister.
Honestly, I don't even know how many people are actually into the step sibling thing, or it's just like, oh, there's so much of it shot these days, and it's like, oh, it's two hot performers I want to watch. Yeah, they're step whatever.
Yeah, personally, I skip that part. Like, I just go straight to the sex.
Agreed. And I don't know. It's like, oh well, these scenes keep getting hits, so we're gonna keep making them. It's like, is it because you're just casting hot people to play step siblings, or that people actually are turned on by the step sibling dynamic?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't personally have that, but actually one time when I was in 8th grade, I like went over my friend's house and she was like, do you want to see my brother and I make out? I guess they were like practicing making out on each other and they just made out right in front of me. Because I don't have any siblings, so like I can't even fathom that. But I guess it's different when you're like a boy growing up with this hot sister that you can't do anything to, you know?
That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
I normally ain't in actual, Yeah,
I actually experienced that in real life.
Yep. That's weird.
Yep.
Nope. Nope, that's weird. Yeah, actual incest. Yep. Yeah, that's weird.
Oh yeah, true. I guess that's taboo.
Well, it's not even taboo.
Like the step aspect.
Well, yeah, I mean, the payment processors are definitely not, you know, that's the big, why everyone's like, you have to say step.
Yeah.
You have to say step. But actual incest, like, that's kind of gross. Like,
yeah.
If you want flipper babies, this is how we get them, but don't. Yeah, why? And to like bring you over and be like, hey, Sophia, check this out.
I know. Yeah.
Incest. Did they try to bring you by later to watch some fuck? Like,
yeah, I don't know what was going on there, but
weird flex. Like, you want to watch me make out with this hot guy? Sure. He's my brother.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Wow. Weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
But yeah, I can only imagine what it's like to be like a young boy and have like a hot older sister or hot younger sister. You know, I'm sure there's a whole lot going on there.
I feel like that's possibly weirdly narcissistic too, because in theory, you two kind of look similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd fuck me if I had tits. Like, what? 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 No. No. This, no. Weird. Like, yeah. I'm sure. I don't even know what to say about that besides no. Whatever happened to those siblings?
I don't know. I think they just like kissed each other up. I don't know what they did.
Never followed up.
But yeah.
Never followed up if like it got weird, went full on Lannister. I'm still like in shock that someone would be like, yeah, not only are we gonna, do a little light incest for you, we're gonna show it off.
Yeah.
We have no shame.
I did not lie about any of that.
I didn't think you were
happened to me. Yeah.
What was your thought process at the time?
So the girl was lesbian at the time, so I didn't really think too much of it. I was just like, oh, okay, cool.
Were you thinking you were gonna get some, and then she cockblocked you with her brother?
No. I had to think about it. I'm like,
wait a minute. Did her brother just cockblock me?
Her brother had a crush on me, actually, and it created this whole friendship drama because I said I wasn't into him like that, and then the sister got mad at me for making her brother heartbroken. It was a whole dumb 8th grade drama thing.
You could have this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doubly not into him now.
I was a little bit just wait, what just happened in front of me? What are they doing in their spare time?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions there. I'm like,
I probably just went home and played video games after.
She's I'm just gonna
y'all can do you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna talk about this 10 years down the road on a podcast.
Yeah.
But we're gonna repress this trauma in a little bit. Yeah, just repress.
It wasn't traumatic.
How is that not traumatic? How? I'm hearing it secondhand. It's a little traumatizing to me. And I've seen some shit. The thought process is involved. It's oh, she's not into me? I'm going to show her what she's missing by making out with my sister.
Yeah.
Look at my technique, girl. My sister really seems to be liking it. What? What? Blame it on hormones? I don't know what
People do weird shit when they're kids.
They do, but that takes the cake.
Yeah. I mean, they were both a little fucked up.
I hope they have sought out therapy and are receiving quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine now.
Probably not. Deep childhood trauma generally doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And I think there may have been some shit there.
Yeah, there definitely was.
So you're probably better off to not have them in your life actively.
I mean, the girl cut me off for some stupid shit, so I didn't even have to do anything.
You won't suck my brother's dick? It's so good. See? Oh, no.
Yeah.
You bitch. Done with you.
And I think a lot of guys have that fantasy of having a sister that they can experiment with. Because that's not a normal thing, normally the brother can't really touch his sister. His sister hates him or.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. I mean, I have a sister and it's just no. Nope.
Yeah.
I feel like there was some childhood trauma involved with those two.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with the whole incest taboo. I don't know why it's the most popular.
As I said, I think it's just because the fucking people keep clicking on it because it's hot people and they're just and the algorithm goes, well, there's another click for it.
Yeah.
I would be curious if you literally shot 2 versions of the same scene, one with an incest setup, a faux setup, and one without, with the same performer, same day, literally same sex, side by side, but different setup.
Yeah.
How they would perform side by side.
Who's gonna fund this experiment?
Your OnlyFans, obviously.
Oh yeah, true.
Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like that is why that trend is going.
Yeah.
If you're not into the FOSA stuff, besides watching yourself, what are you into watching?
Me personally, I'm into
Yeah, you.
Yeah, personally, I'm into kink.com stuff and gangbangs and stuff. I don't know, even just plain cream pie scenes.
Just POV cream pies.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just watch that, just dick, when the balls are pumping inside a girl, I'll just watch that over and over again.
On a loop. Just a gif of just pumping balls.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all I need. But for the most part, I like the more submissive stuff. Where a girl's getting dominated or degraded or getting fucked really rough. I love gonzo porn. my number one.
You're like, no plot, fuck this.
Yeah, I don't really get into the plot. I have fun like doing the plot scenes because I like acting, but that's not like my personal cup of tea. Some of them. Like the stuff that I like abduction stuff, things that are playing out like non-consensual sex, stuff like that.
Things that are role playing and non-consent is consensual, people.
Yeah, please don't like do that to me in real life.
Yeah. Do not be like, hey, does this smell like chloroform? And abduct Sophia at a convention. Don't do it.
I've actually done a scene like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was fun.
Was it for you or for a company?
It was to be distributed to Europe.
Like, that doesn't fly in America.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was told, that it was to be distributed to Europe. I don't actually know where it's going.
Then nor do you care.
Yeah.
As long as it ends up on the tube site and you get good comments.
As long as I get paid.
Right. Well, yeah, that's
obviously
the most important part.
Yeah.
As long as you were not actually chloroformed and like wake up and like, I didn't get a paycheck for this. Fuck.
I've actually done like a lot of taboo stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Just acting out all the different scenarios. It's like a different challenge. Playing a dead girl. It's like
it is still wild to me, like the amount of stuff that is out there that people are, obviously into, because they wouldn't be making it if people weren't into it.
Yeah. I love it, honestly. I love like thinking about why this is somebody's fetish,
I'm sure sometimes it doesn't make any fucking sense why it is.
Yeah. Like some of it is just ridiculous. Like
I don't get foot stuff. Like I obviously appreciate when a woman has nice feet. Like, oh hey, cool, she has nice feet. But I'm not just like, oh yeah, jerk me off with your feet, girl. Like,
so they say like the first thing that sexually arouses you is normally something that like you see on like your mom or something. I don't know. It's some weird like psychology thing where like people will like see their mom's foot or something, and that just like is their fetish forever. Like that's their like sexual awakening.
All right.
Feet are kind of cute sometimes. I can wrap my head around it.
I'm not like, if you have nasty feet, I'm not into it. Not into it. But I'm also not like, oh my God, all I want to see is a picture of your feet.
Yeah. I love the foot guys though, because they're so, I don't know, they're just like so sweet and funny. I love knowing that all I have to do is like give them my feet, and that's all I want. Like, I don't even want to fuck you, I just want your feet.
Like, I can let the rest of me get super hairy, and like all they want is my feet.
Yeah.
If I just want to take a week or two and just be lazy, let everything grow out, like the feet dudes are still there for me.
Yeah.
So, you dudes do you.
Yeah.
Like, once again, not here to kink shame. It's just like, I can't wrap my brain around most fish. I'm, in the grand scheme of things, pretty fucking vanilla. Like, I guess I have some sadistic tendencies when my partner wants it, but then I'm fully capable of to have passionate, loving sex with somebody. Yeah. I'm also capable of beating the shit out of my partner if they're into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we want someone who's into it to do that. It's not like a requirement for me.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I'd want my personal life to always be filled with like sadistic sex. That would probably get pretty exhausting.
Right? And plus you show up to stuff with bruises and shit like that. Be like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, yeah.
Yeah. And most of like the misogynistic dudes normally give the best sadistic sex. So it's like, you don't really want to be dating a misogynist.
Right? He has some deep pent up fucking like just hatred of women.
Yeah. The great sex, but I don't want that in my personal life.
Folks, that's not me. Like, just putting that out there. But just clarifying. Not that I felt that I needed to, but just clarifying. Not a misogynist.
I totally don't get those vibes.
Thank you for backing me up there. You were not required to, but thank you. The fetish stuff is always, some of this stuff is just like, how did you discover this is what you're into? Like,
yeah,
I want to smell your armpits. I just want to smell your armpits. Like, how did you discover that, bro? Like, you're just cuddling up with your girl one day and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. I have found the lost city of gold under your arms. Oh my God. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know for myself, like, the slightly dominant, choking, slapping, whatever, like, I only found out I was into it because I had a couple partners who were like, choke me. And I'm like, oh, I dig this. I'd never done it before. I dig this. Like, slap me. Oh, okay, I dig this. But someone had to lead me to water. It wasn't just like...
Porn becomes desensitizing too. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
100% it does.
Yeah.
You were actually a performer. You know much better than I do about it. I mean, viewing porn definitely can be desensitizing. It's just like, well, this is going to be the same shit over and over again.
Yeah. I feel like that's a lot of it. Like, a lot of people just start to develop different fetishes because they get desensitized to the vanilla stuff. Or, they saw their mom's armpit when they were a kid and that just really got them off, and now they're like fixated on it.
When did you discover that you had a cream pie fetish?
I had never actually like had one. I just always had a fetish for it. Like, when I was in high school, I was too scared to actually like let somebody cream pie me.
So, but like you just were like, oh, that's hot, and just never acted on it?
Yeah, pretty much. Not until I was like 18 or 19.
And was it like, you were just like, let's do this, or?
Yeah, I like sought it out on a dating site. I was like looking for somebody to give me my first cream pie. And then I just let him cream pie me. I don't think I actually made it clear that I was like searching for that. I was just like, we can have unprotected sex, and it happened.
And then his pull-out game was shit.
Yeah.
Or did you fucking full on pull guard and wrap your legs around it and be like, you can't pull out, motherfucker?
No, that's a little weird. Like,
well, yeah.
I know there's a lot of videos that are like catered to that, but in real life, that's a little like violating.
Yeah, just a little. But pretty comedic, so that's why I went with it. I didn't realistically think that you wrapped your legs around a dude and wouldn't let him pull out.
You'd be surprised. Like, it's...
Your disdain for jujitsu has already told me that wasn't realistic.
Yeah.
Like, no, if anything, I would have knocked him out cold and fucking milked him.
Yeah.
Not fucking wrap my legs around him. Grappling, that's for bitches.
Yeah, that's how I run.
Elbow, then I get that milk. Now someone is fantasizing you knocking dudes out and then fucking riding them to completion while they're unconscious.
Oh, yeah. There's something for everyone out there.
I'm sure you could, payment processors may not let you run that scene. As he goes down like, I consent.
That's really funny.
I'm okay with this.
So today we're going to film a forced cream pie scene. Do you consent to that?
Yeah, I can. Bam! Do you consent to being hit in the head too? Because that's happening also. You can make some really ridiculous porn.
Yeah.
But Sophia, we're going to call last call on this motherfucker. Do you believe it or not, we've been going for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I have to pee really bad.
You could have done that at any time.
Yeah,
you could have just told me that you need to pee.
I just realized like 5 minutes ago. So
well, good timing on it.
Yeah.
So where can they find you on the things?
Twitter, I'm at, what is my Twitter? I think it's at Sophia Burns X. My Instagram is Sophia Burns 888. And I have a link in my bio to my website, which is sophiaburns.io, where you can find all my links.
Fuck yeah. Check Sophia out. Watch her knock some dude out later.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Thanks for watching.
And as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt Slayer on Facebook. Nope, that's wrong. It's Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. Slayer. You can find the Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find the podcast at Now We Drink on Twitter and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. Until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Cheers.